Welcome back to the Rise Up podcast. I'm so excited to have you here today as we dive into a topic that could truly change the way you approach your life. Today's episode is all about creating the life you've always dreamed of, not by wishing or hoping, but by taking charge and building it step by step. We'll talk about how you can define the person you want to become and design your own personal university to turn those dreams into reality. As always, we want to make sure this episode is accessible for everyone. If you'd like to follow along or review what we've discussed, we've prepared a PDF transcript of this episode. You can find it in the description, so feel free to download it anytime. Let's get started. And remember, your dream life isn't as far away as you might think. Let's talk about something that gets everyone excited: living your dream life. Now, I'm not talking about some fantasy or pie-in-the-sky wish. I'm talking about making a solid plan, figuring out what really matters to you, and actually creating the life you've always wanted. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Well, stick with me, because it's not as far out of reach as you might think. Before we can even think about living a dream life, we've got to figure out one simple but crucial thing. Who do you want to be? I'm not talking about your job title or your Instagram-worthy accomplishments. I mean the kind of person you aspire to become. What kind of skills do you want to have? What qualities do you want people to see in you? This is so important because, let's be honest, most people dream about results like having tons of money, fame, or recognition, but they skip over the part that actually matters, the work it takes to get there. Let me give you an example. It's easy to say, I want to be rich. But what does that even mean? If you were suddenly handed a fortune, would you know how to manage it or grow it? Probably not. But if you dream of becoming someone who understands how to create and manage wealth, you're focusing on building the skills that make that possible. See the difference? One is just hoping something happens. The other is taking responsibility for making it happen. That shift in thinking can change everything. And this doesn't just apply to money. Think about relationships too. Maybe you wish people admired or respected you more. Instead of wishing for that, ask yourself, what kind of person earns that admiration? Do you need better communication skills? More patience? Maybe you need to learn to listen better. Whatever it is, focus on the skills that will naturally lead to the results you want. Now, once you've figured out the kind of person you want to become, it's time to get to work. This is the fun part. Well, at least I think it is. You basically turn your life into a giant learning experience. Imagine creating your own personal university, where every single day you work on becoming the best version of yourself. And don't worry, you won't have any boring textbooks or final exams. This is all about real-world, hands-on learning that actually changes your life. For example, let's say you decide you want to improve your health. Start small. Maybe you spend an hour every morning reading a book about nutrition, watching videos on exercise, or even just going for a walk. If your goal is to get better at selling, carve out some time in the afternoon to practice your pitch, learn from experts, or even watch others who are great at it. And if you want to be a better communicator, you could spend your evenings taking an online class, practicing in front of a mirror, or studying how great speakers deliver their message. The best part is, this doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't have to overhaul your entire life in one day. Just dedicate a little bit of time, maybe an hour or two each day, to focus on the things that matter most to you. Over time, these small, consistent actions add up in ways you can't even imagine. Think about it. If you spend 3 hours a day working on the skills you care about, that's over 1,000 hours a year. Imagine where you'd be in 4 years. That's like getting a college degree, except the degree is a completely transformed version of yourself. Here's the thing, though. You've got to stick with it. A lot of people start something like this, get super pumped for a few weeks, and then give up when they don't see results right away. But real change takes time. Think about a tree. You don't plant a seed and expect it to be fully grown by next week, right? It takes years of watering, sunlight, and patience before it bears fruit. Your journey is the same. Be patient with yourself, but stay consistent. Every little step you take is bringing you closer to your dream life. And you know what's funny? Most people don't believe in this kind of transformation until they see it for themselves. Maybe you've experienced this. Like when someone tells you about a place they visited that was breathtakingly beautiful, and you're like, yeah, sure, it's probably nice. But then you go there yourself, and it absolutely blows you away. Or when a friend raves about a new dish you've never tried, and you're skeptical at first, but then you taste it, and you're hooked. That's how this process works. Once you experience the changes in your life, you'll wonder why you ever doubted it. What's even better is that this journey isn't about anyone else. It's about you. You're not doing this to impress people or get validation. You're doing it because you deserve it. You deserve to wake up every day feeling proud of the person you're becoming. You deserve to live a life that excites you, challenges you, and makes you happy. So if you're ready to take control of your life, here's my challenge for you. Pick just one area to focus on. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be huge. Maybe you want to get healthier, learn a new skill, or connect with people better. Whatever it is, start today. Dedicate just 1 hour to it and see how it feels. Then do the same thing tomorrow and the next day. Before you know it, you'll have built a habit that changes everything. Life is short, and no one's going to hand you your dream life on a silver platter. But with a little bit of effort and a lot of consistency, you can create something even better than you ever imagined. You've got this. Let's make it happen. That's it for today's episode of the Rise Up podcast. I hope you're feeling inspired to take that first step toward designing your dream life. Remember, it's not about waiting for things to happen. It's about becoming the person who makes them happen. Whether it's improving your skills, building new habits, or simply showing up for yourself every day, you're capable of so much more than you know. Don't forget, the PDF transcript is available in the description if you'd like to revisit today's discussion or share it with a friend. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, keep rising up, keep pushing forward, and don't stop chasing the best version of yourself. See you next time.